The Lake Orion community came together on Memorial Day to honor those who have lost their lives during times of war with several ceremonies and a parade.
Approximately 200 runners and walkers took part in Orion Township's Dragon Dash as it celebrated its 20th anniversary.
The Chamber of Commerce invited health-conscious residents to take part in the annual Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Expo at Walden Middle School.
100 students from Scripps Middle School collected data from Paint Creek to help determine the overall health of the Clinton River watershed.
Hello, I'm Melissa Kratt.
And I'm Shannon Line, and we'll have those stories and more on this edition of ONTV News.
To Lake Orion residents, Memorial Day is more than a day to barbecue in the backyard while enjoying a day off from work. The community came together to honor those who gave their lives so the rest of us can experience the freedoms we enjoy. ONTV's Joe Johnson spent the day covering all of the events scheduled on Memorial Day and brings us the story.
On the morning of Monday, May 29th, veterans and members of the Lake Orion community gathered at East Lawn Cemetery on Orion Road for the first of several observances on Memorial Day. American Legion Post 233 Commander John Ranville welcomed those in attendance and led a solemn ceremony at the Veterans Monument. The previous day, volunteers placed approximately 600 mini flags on the graves of veterans. New Ladies Auxiliary President Robin Cram placed a wreath at the Veterans Monument.
The flowers may wither, but the spirit of which they are a symbol will endure until the end of time.
Following the ceremony, the group gathered at Children's Park in downtown Lake Orion for a water ceremony to honor those who lost their lives at sea. This time, a wreath was dropped into the waters of Paint Creek. The ceremony concluded with a gun salute and the playing of taps.
The reason why they're able to have their barbecues and watch a parade is because of the men and women that passed before them, keeping our country free. Not only our country, the world. And they still are. It's not only the ones that have passed before us to remember them. There's military dying daily from the wars that are going on now, and also the effects of previous wars. So educating, I think they need to be maybe educated even a little bit more in schools of what transpired and what Memorial Day is all about. It's not about laughing and giggling. A lot of people have suffered. It's a solemn day.
At 11 a.m., hundreds of patriotic residents lined the streets of downtown Lake Orion for the start of the annual Memorial Day Parade. Two A-10 Warthogs out of Selfridge Air Base performed a flyover precisely at 11 a.m. to the delight of the crowd. Police Chief Jerry Narsh led the parade in the department's vintage 1941 Ford police car. His passenger was honored veteran Bob Butler, a World War II veteran and Lake Orion resident. Bob served as a gunner's mate 3rd class with the U.S. Navy, fighting in Europe and serving aboard the USS William C. Cole in the Pacific.
Bob is a modest man who loves his family, his community, and his country, and he has never stopped serving. Bob Butler is a true American hero, a patriot, a father, a proud member of the Lake Orion community, and the Lake Orion Police Department and the Lake Orion community is honored to recognize you as the 2017 Lake Orion Honored Veteran.
Following the parade, close to 200 runners and walkers gathered at the intersection of Flint and Broadway for the start of a brand new event. The first annual Orion Veterans Memorial Day 5K Run and Walk acted as a fundraiser benefiting the Orion Veterans Memorial and the Lake Orion DDA.
The Veterans Memorial Board, which I'm blessed to serve on, has been talking about an event out here for several years to bring awareness and to just, support our memorial. So we've been working on it for a couple years, a 5K idea, and this year it kind of all came together with a great partnership with the downtown Lake Orion DDA. So this is our first annual Memorial Day 5K, and again, the 60% of the proceeds raised go to support the memorial, and the 40% goes to support our DDA. So awesome first year event. It was supposed to be rain and 80% chance of thunderstorms a couple days ago, 75 and sunny, beautiful. We had about close to 200 runners for our first year event, which we're thrilled. And some really cool features. We let everyone run with a flag and plant it at the memorial, and they could sign their name or the name of someone that they know that served. So just an awesome way for us to spend our day here.
The finish line was located near the Orion Veterans Memorial on M24. Finishing first overall was Lake Orion's Alexander Pollock with a time of 17:34. The first female to finish was Misty Godley of Ithaca with a time of 21:13. Marine veteran Marvin Stevenson of Rochester was recognized for finishing the 5K with a time of 52:49 at the age of 82. As the final ceremony of the day got underway, Orion Veterans Memorial Chair Dr. Joseph Master Mateo welcomed the large crowd in attendance.
We gather here today on the most important of all legal holidays, Memorial Day. Memorial Day is the day for Americans to observe with reverence and devotion to our military men and women who sacrificed their lives in all wars for our freedom and inalienable rights, purchased at a very high price. Memorial Day is unique among American holidays. We do not honor a particular date or event, or a battle, or the end of a war. On Memorial Day, we do not honor an individual, such as a president or a general. On Memorial Day, we do honor the 1.2 million military men and women who gave their lives that stretches back to the battles of Lexington and Concord in 1775, and to those taking place today in Iraq and Afghanistan.
The Memorial Day address was delivered by VFW Post 334 Commander James Hubbard.
The heroes we honor today performed a tremendously valuable service to all of us and paid the ultimate sacrifice for freedom. Without their service, we might live in a country where public assemblies are brought up and arrested. We might live under a government that tells us how to vote. We might not have the freedoms to live, work, and worship as we wish. Thank God and thank them for the freedoms that surround us every day.
Later, Police Chief Jerry Narsh introduced honored veteran Bob Butler to the crowd.
He goes to our church, Lake Orion United Methodist, and we are the presidents of his fan club because he is a very popular guy, and we aspire to be like Bob if we are blessed enough to live to his age.
Bob's the man, and nobody else is. The guy is just amazing. He's the most giving, generous person. I'm just in awe that he's being honored today. This is awesome.
And Bob has a fan club over here. And I gotta tell you, as I got to meet Bob and know Bob, I'm a president of that fan club. He grabbed my pen on the way up before we came up here and he says, give me your pen, give me your pen. He wanted me to remind you on May 15th he turned 94.
Later in the ceremony, veterans took turns announcing the names of all Lake Orion residents who lost their lives in battle in every war, starting with the Civil War and ending with Operation Enduring Freedom.
Laverne H. Becker, J.V. Burns, Chester C. Campbell, Lee F. Carpenter.
Orion Township Supervisor Chris Barnett brought the ceremony to an end with a closing prayer.
Hear our prayer for those who gave their lives in service of others and accept the gift of their sacrifice. Comfort those who grieve the loss of their loved ones, and let your healing be the hope in our hearts. Hear our prayer this day, and in your mercy, answer us in the name of all that is holy. Amen.
From the Orion Veterans Memorial, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. Orion Township's Community Programs Department offers family-friendly events throughout the year, and many of them are free to the public thanks to fundraisers like the annual Dragon Dash 5K race. The very first Dragon Dash took place in 1997 as participants followed a course on the safety path along Joslin Road. On the morning of Sunday, May 21st, almost 200 runners lined up for the start of the 21st running of the annual event.
Actually, our numbers are up pretty good. We had a lot of pre-registered runners. We had a lot of race day registrations come in, so I think we're probably pretty close to 200 runners for this year, which is fabulous. I think the threatening skies probably did keep some people at home this morning, but you know, those hardcore runners, they'll run in anything.
Runners and walkers of all ages followed the Pollyann Trail to Township Hall before circling back to the finish line at the Orion Center. Finishing first overall was Joseph Hegger of Rochester with a time of 17:13.3. The first female to cross the line was Jennifer Blindert of Lake Orion with a time of 19:14. Medals were awarded to the top finishers in various age groups.
This run benefits the Parks and Recreation Department in that any above revenue that we make above costs will go back into the program that we have for free, like our free concert series, our free summer sizzle, so it just benefits those kind of programs.
Why are people wearing purple?
We're wearing purple to honor my son, David Bouvier. He took his own life in December, the day after his 14th birthday. We are unsure why. Because up until that day, David showed no signs of self-harming himself. So we're out here to honor him. He ran cross country. He loved running. He thought it was just a great way to be with friends and exercise and, you know, be outside. So we decided to get a group together of his cross country teammates from Walden and just honor him and remember him and get the awareness out that, you know, even just kids that seem like everything is okay, it might not be. And, you know, purple was his favorite color, but purple is also the color for suicide prevention. And so that's why we are here today. We named it Hugs from David because David was always there for everyone, giving them hugs and encouragement. And I just want to continue that.
Orion Township's Concerts in the Park will kick off with a performance by the North Oakland Concert Band on Tuesday, June 20th at 7 p.m. at the Wildwood Amphitheater. Concerts will take place every Tuesday with the exception of July 4th and will come to an end on August 15th with the Paint Creek Boys. The concerts are free to the public. Visit oriontownship.org for more information.
The Orion Area Chamber of Commerce not only offers numerous perks for its business members, but it also hosts events that residents can take part in and enjoy. On Saturday, May 20th, the Orion Area Chamber hosted its third annual Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Expo. After 2 years at Canterbury Village, the event moved to Walden Middle School, occupying the cafeteria and gyms.
Looking for more square footage, looking to keep it all on one level, and looking to sort of maybe, make people know that this is a family event. So we thought maybe putting it in the middle school would let people know that this is for, family event as well.
Approximately 60 vendors offered products and services in 7 different categories of health and well-being, including food vendors. And visitors were able to sample some healthy options during the soup and stew stroll and were encouraged to vote for their favorite.
Well, I'm excited to have it here at Walden. I think it's an opportunity for a lot of growth for the Expo. This is the 3rd or 4th year that I've been involved with it. And really this year, what our office is in the process of sharing is just the message about health and healing naturally. That we're not victims of our health, that we can actually be proactive, and what it means about the body being proactively functioning and healing like it's supposed to do. And so we're teaching people about that, and we're actually doing assessments on that nervous system because the nervous system controls all that stuff. And so we're testing that nervous system to make sure it's working optimally at 100%.
I mean, the atmosphere is awesome. It's good to know that people want to be healthy and lead better lives, and I mean that's what I think this new age upon us is actually promoting, because people have been living unhealthily for a long time. So it's great to be here today. And I'm promoting healthy water. I work with Artesian Inc. out of Holly, and we do a lot of water testing. Right here, I have my Wellsys Water for Wellness. Water for Wellness, basically, it's a water purification system. So we use reverse osmosis and an internationally patented pH balancing filter, which makes your water alkaline again. So there's a lot of health perks to that, and if you're interested, you should come and talk to me because water is very important.
We also ran into former Detroit Lions wide receiver Herman Moore, who was there supporting his wife Angela's business, The Body Principle, which has been located in Lake Orion for over 9 years.
I love the health and fitness aspect of it. In particular, the youth. We always try and be on the front side of things, prevention, and allowing the young individuals to get healthy habits early. And it's something I think goes a long way. And it's important that we're out and we're connecting. As I said before, the health and fitness side of it is a big component to everything that we do in everyday life.
The Chamber offers new members a ribbon cutting ceremony, and all members are invited to its monthly Thirsty Thursday event. Recently, those 2 events happened on the same day at the same place. On Thursday, May 18th, representatives of the Chamber of Commerce gathered at the Palace Grille on Baldwin Road to celebrate the official grand opening of the Palace Grille, formerly known as Parkside Bar and Grill.
Yeah. Go for it.
It was a blessing. We were surprised, and it was very, very nice. And I noticed about this community, I'm from East Side, so I don't live around here, but I noticed about this community, it comes together, help each other, support each other, which I found very, very beautiful.
The Palace Grill is one of 4 restaurants owned by Rochester resident Tom Youngshire. His newest location opened its doors just after Thanksgiving in 2016.
And I'm very happy you guys are here, and I'm going to support you guys. I'm going to make sure you guys are happy every time you come here, and thanks for support.
In addition to the ribbon cutting ceremony, Chamber members also took part in Thirsty Thursday, one of several social events offered by the Chamber of Commerce.
We've been doing Thirsty Thursday for a long time now, but we've also this year added a Coffee Connect for those people that may not be able to make it to a Thursday event in the evening. So we've started doing a Coffee Connect in the morning, and that's once a month as well on a Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month, and we do that 8 o'clock in the morning to 9. So we do those, and we do monthly breakfasts and luncheons. We also do, our business expo, shop local, and our health expo and things. So everything that we do is trying to sort of highlight our members and put them out there to the community and give them a chance to talk about their business.
For more information on the services and opportunities offered by the Chamber, you can call 248-693-6300 or visit orionareachamber.com.
The Clinton River stretches over 81 miles, beginning in Independence Township and emptying into Lake St. Clair. The Clinton River watershed covers 760 square miles and includes streams like Paint Creek, which feeds into the Clinton River. Recently, students from a local middle school conducted some experiments to help monitor the health of Paint Creek. On Tuesday, May 23rd, approximately 100 8th graders from Scripps Middle School spent 5 hours on the banks of Paint Creek near the Orion Arts Center to conduct numerous tests. 6 different stations collected data to help benefit the efforts of the Clinton River Watershed Council.
So we have 6 rotations. The students are going to be testing the chemical health of the stream, including the phosphates and nitrates and pH levels. They'll measure the physical attributes of the stream, the velocity, the width, the depth, and things like that. They'll check out the bugs. That's one of the favorite stations, to identify the benthic macroinvertebrates. And based on what type of bugs are living in Paint Creek, that is an indicator of the health of the stream. They'll also look at the land use of the area surrounding our stream. So they'll see if there's any agriculture, if there's mining, if there's the subdivisions that might have an influence, the downtown Lake Orion, boating, and things like that. We do have a stop at the Orion Art Center. The Art Center has their Recreate Art show right now, so the students are looking at how they can take trash and make it into art. So hopefully this will encourage them all to do some art on their own. And then, like I had mentioned earlier, we have the Make a Macroinvertebrate, where they're actually designing their own bug that would fit into the stream.
This is our Stream Leaders program we do with K through 12 students in our watershed. And our primary goal with this program is to engage the students in outdoor education, get them out to a local stream, get them psyched about bugs, passionate about water quality. And our hope is to really cultivate that connection to local waterways and understand, how important it is to be stewards of these water resources.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's exciting to see what the scientists actually do.
So today we started out at the station where we went into the water, and I actually got to put on the waders, and it was a fun experience, except it was really hard because the current is actually pretty strong, so I thought it was going to fall, but we actually used the nets and we caught a fish, which was pretty interesting, and then we caught a couple other organisms.
The data collected by the students helps the CRWC paint an overall picture of the health of Paint Creek and the Clinton River. We're told the water quality has been steadily improving over the past several years.
I would say we're probably at a B. We're doing really well. We actually were at one point the most polluted river in the state of Michigan. We are no longer that, and we're finding things like stoneflies and trout living in our streams, and those are really good indicators of water quality, but we can always improve. So I'd say we're doing pretty well for where we're at right now.
For more information on the efforts of the Clinton River Watershed Council, you can call 248-601-0606 or visit crwc.org.
The 2017 Farmers Market season has officially kicked off, but here in Lake Orion, the Farmers Market that used to take place in the village has undergone some major changes. Due to a number of reasons, the Lake Orion Farmers Market almost didn't happen in 2017. Over the past several years, the market was set up in a lot next to the Orion Art Center and was easy to miss if you didn't know it was happening. Organizers thought about canceling the event until Joe Zimmer, the owner of Culver's, stepped up to save the day.
Well, we're celebrating the change a bit of the market that used to be downtown for 8 years, and it was wrapped around a corner and not very visible, and we had a hard time getting people to show up and remember to come when they couldn't see it. So we just said we just can't do it anymore, and Joe wanted to do it here, and we're like, now that makes sense.
I got to talking to Molly and Heather and a few of the people, and they weren't going to do it this year, so I said, well, maybe Culver's would be a good spot. So, because we've got about 60,000 cars here, and we do a car show on Tuesdays, and we get tons, we get 250 cars here, and so it's a good spot, visible, and we charge $20, and all the proceeds are donated back to the Orion Art Center and studio. So basically it's a win-win situation for them, and hopefully it'll bring some food traffic or some foot traffic and food and custard traffic to Culver's.
On Thursday, May 18th, about a dozen vendors set up on the grounds of Culver's on M24 on an unusually windy day. In fact, it was so windy, the vendors operated out of their vehicles, fearing tents might blow away. Vendors offered fresh produce, baked goods, crafts and plants, and more produce will be added throughout the season as it becomes available.
So another thing to be very aware of is the seasonal produce. Michigan is kind of far north, and people don't realize how much of what they're getting at
The big box stores is actually imported from California and Florida, but even Ohio and Indiana. They're a little bit warmer than we are, so we're a little bit later to get the strawberries and tomatoes. The colorful fruits and vegetables come later in the season. So right now you're going to find lettuce, spinach, kale. They grow just fine in this weather. If they have a greenhouse, you can get some cucumbers and tomatoes, but they come a little bit later. But we do have some vendors bringing that. It just won't be prolific until about the middle of June.
The Farmers Market will take place every Thursday from 3 to 7 p.m. at Culver's, weather permitting, and run through October. If you're a vendor who would like a space at the market, call the Orion Arts Center at 248-693-4986 or send an email to manager@lakeorionfarmersmarket.com.
That's it on this edition of ONTV News. I'm Melissa Kratt.
And I'm Shannon Line. Thanks for watching.